Sreedhar'scce Anantapuramu YouTube channel, and welcome to our session, Editorial Analysis session. We do know what we discuss in our session, like we start with the quote of the day for the motivation purpose, and one word substitutes. We are putting a full stop temporarily for this one word substitutions. Today I am going to end this phobias and manias list. So yesterday itself we completed this phobias list yesterday, and manias list is going to be completed today, and stick on to this as sessions. So because we people are going to start root words right from tomorrow onwards. Next, editorial vocabulary, the vocabulary which is right from the editorial of the day, and so including this phrasal verbs and phrases, idiomatic expressions within the editorial, and additional phrasal verbs or idiomatic expressions are given, and moreover we people are in the alphabetical order of these phrasal verbs. And editorial related analysis, and the last but not the least, we come to you with a test of the one test of the day with new shortcuts and new models. Right, let's get to today's quote. So what did I bring to you guys? So not all storms to come to disrupt your life, some come to clear your path. So here this quote says you one thing, like we get obstacles, we get problems, we get a number of things, a number of situations where we feel depressed, distressed, like we can't even move a step forward. Such a kind of moment, remember this quote. This quote tells you, so don't think that all the storms, all the obstacles, all the failures come to your life to make your life to disturb, to make your life spoil, or to disturb or disrupt your life. Remember, some storms, some problems, some failures come even to clear your path. So remember that, these problems or situations or failures, some failures definitely they come to clear some path to you to go to your life ahead, to move on with your life ahead. Okay, let's get to the manias list. So today we are going to end this manias list where our people following these one word substitutions, so they can collect the PDF files of the previous sessions even, and they can study this phobias and manias list. So damn sure you people are going to crack this mania or phobias list if you get from these in any exams. Typomania, type link is related to writing or printing. So once lucubration, craze, like obsession of printing, this kind of things. Uranophobia, we got it yesterday. Uranophobia means related to heaven. Obsession with the idea of divinity, daivatvam. So that related obsession is uranomania. Next, verbomania. So here verb means grammatically it's an action word, but here verbomania means verbal reasoning, non-verbal reasoning, verbal communication, verbal abuse. So their verb stands for words. So craze for words is called as verbomania. Next, xenophobia. Xeno is related to foreign. So inordinate attachment to foreign things is called as xenomania. Next, zoomania, zoophobia, we got it yesterday. There we ended even. So here we are going to end this manias list even with the same zoomania. So this is insane fondness for animals, so which is the root for animals, that is zoo. Right guys, so there we end this phobias and manias list completely. So in the next sessions, upcoming sessions, we are coming with the root verbs, we are coming with the confusing words, we are coming with like a lot number of things are planned. Stick on to the classes. Next, let's get to what do you say, phrasal verbs. So already we entered M. Make fun of, laugh at, or make jokes about, like don't make fun of me, don't make fun of them. The old lady dresses so strangely that the kids make fun of her. So you understand that. So here make of, here extra word is fun, which is a noun here. Next, make up, invent. So you know, makeup means, so she did a lot of makeup. It's a noun phrase actually. That's a different case. So whenever it's used in verb sense, not verbal sense, verb sense. So it means invent an excuse or a story. Like some employees make up excuses. He makes up a story when they arrive late for work. So some employees definitely, you people also have got some experience. Like whenever you go home late, you make up a story to tell your parents, obviously, yes, right? So some employees even make up excuses. So that means invent different kind of things when they arrive late for work. Next, mix up. What is mix up? Mistake one thing or person for another. That's it. I don't know my neighbor's names yet. I keep mixing them up. Mixing. Actually, here the fragment is split. Keep mixing them up, not mixing up them. So I keep mixing them up means, so I always get confused with their names and I use another names. So definitely you also would have experienced your name might be something like Hem Nandan. Some people say like Dayanandan, Ram Nandan, Krishna, something like one for another. That is called as mixing up. And the last one, move in. Move in means arrive in a new home or office, like very fresh start. You have bought a new house. When are you moving in? Especially when it is new, you use this move in. So there, that's it. Next, let's get to today's vocabulary. So I highlight this particularly parts of speech. Remember parts of speech compulsorily. See guys, whenever we people are going to be live on this editorial, we are going to have so many like testing sessions as testing related things related to this vocabulary, phrases, phrasal verbs, everything will be there. Just stick on to the classes. Underscore. So underscore means emphasize or highlight something, underline something. Right, next word is very clear, hydroelectric, relating to production of electricity using hydropower. Contra is always always means opposite something. Contradiction means mismatch. Congruity, so matching. Incongruity, inconsistency. Deadly, so this is a sort of example which ends with ly, but which is not an adverb, which is an adjective. So deadly means which causes death, like fatal, lethal. So all these are adjectives. Lethal, life threatening even. Blaze. So what is that? We got it already a number of times. So fire, flames, so conflagration. Inferno. Inferno, remember this word inferno means hell. Hell is full of fire. So that's why blaze itself means fire. Next, perish. I link this word with another word, perishable, imperishable. Perishable goods, imperishable goods. Perishable goods, that which have an end. Imperishable goods, the goods which don't have an end. So perish means that which ends, that which dies, expires, be killed suddenly, particularly in an accident, contextually, I mean to this context. Facility, you know, facility means a building, premises, set up place. Canal, waterway or channel. Rack, a variant of rack. So variant of rack. Rack, another form, rack. Torment or afflict, torture or giving pain. Pandemic, which is pretty familiar nowadays to all the people. What is pandemic? So worldwide spread of a new disease is called as pandemic. The illness spreads around the world and typically affects a large number of people across a wide area is called as a pandemic. And next, overwhelming experience. So it can be used in both ways, like a verb and adjective, and moreover the positive and negative. So engulf means to immerse someone, overpower, inundate, overrun, overburden, beset. So completely filling up and overtaking someone is overwhelming. Flee, so remember this word, flee, verb forms are fled and fled, not fleet or flight, something like that. Don't get confused. Flee means run away or to escape, take flight. In time, early enough, punctually, promptly, on time. Sometimes these two are exchangeable. Alternatives. Go by, it's a phrasal verb. To form an opinion about someone or something from the experience. Be known by. Go by means just getting known. Be known by. Next, account. Account means description, report or narration. Rescue, saving, definitely. Personnel, staff or employees or workforce is called as personnel. Next, spectacle. Spectacle can be even used in a verb sense. So here spectacle is noun, a display or a show. Engulf, the thing which you got already here. So engulf, overwhelm, inundate. Remember this word, so swamp. So affect something powerfully. Trap, you know this word, trapped, confine or hem, new word, get stuck or get caught. And the last one, room, so giving a scope or an opportunity or a chance. Next, if you go to some more vocabulary for the day, maneuver, maneuver. So can be used in verb sense also. Remember that word, very important and very beautiful word. So activity, measure, plan, operation, especially skillfully planned. So room for maneuver, it's a phrasal expression, a chance or opportunity to try different plans or strategies. Audit, you know this word pretty familiar. Inspection, examination, appraisal, assessment, investigation, all these can be taken as synonyms for that. Conflict of interest. So here interest, a situation in which a person cannot do his or her job fairly as because he or she has the power to decide something in a way that would be his or her advantage, although this may not be the best decision. So conflict of this particular interest means so he cannot decide because he doesn't have that complete power to decide. Objective, so you know what's the objective of this session? To aim at the vocabulary to the maximum extent in a brief period is the objective of this session, like aim, intention, or the purpose. Next, lacunae. Lacunae means especially lacuna, remember this. Plural form is lacuna. Don't forget, remember, grammatical also quite important, this one. Lacunae, lacuna, plural form. Plural form of lacuna is lacunae. So gap or empty space, missing part of something is called as lacunae. Catastrophe, so disaster, calamity, mishap, crisis, the circumstances, you know, conditions or situations. Reliable, so reliance, noun, reliable, rely, R-E-L-Y, rely, verb. So trustworthy, dependable, good or safe, like well built. Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers Standard Association, IEEE. It is a leading consensus building organization that nurtures, develops and advances global technologies through IEEE. Next, last set of words vocabulary. Lay down, like set down, stipulate, formulate something is lay down. Portable, transportable, like movable, mobile, transferable, easy to carry. Ventilation, you know that, so supplying of fresh air to your room. Next, fire retardant, that which reduces. So retarded, you listen that word, relating to a substance that which slow down or stop the spread of fire or reduce its intensity. Inferno, like I told you, actually inferno means hell. A very intense fire is also used in inferno sense. Primarily, basically, especially, particularly, you know, primarily we say that. Force of nature. So actually we got a Hollywood movie recently with that name, Force of Nature. A mighty natural force which is beyond human control, notably potentially catastrophic, such as elements. What are these? Extreme temperature, storms, or geological activity like volcanic eruptions. Next, NCRB, National Crime Records Bureau, an Indian government agency responsible for collecting and analyzing crime data as defined by the Indian Penal Code, IPC, and special and local laws, SLL. NCRB is headquartered in New Delhi and is part of the Ministry of Home Affairs, MHA, Government of India. Next, rigorous. Vigorous, rigorous. Rigorous means like strict, stern, stringent, restrict, strict. Remember strict. Vigorous means energetic. Don't get confused between these two words. Next, adherence to, like a fixed commitment to. Adhere, A-D-H-E-R-E, adhere is verb. Adheres, fixing to some principles, fixing to something is adhere. Adherence to, commitment to or attachment to a clause or condition contextual to this passage. Toll, death toll, particularly we call casualties or death related number is called as a toll, T-O-L-L. Shall we enter into this particular analysis of the editorial? What is the editorial about? Failing on fires? Yes. Recently, the accident which shook the nation recently on Sreedhar'scce power plant accident. Sreedhar'scce power plant accident underlines, emphasizes the importance of fire safety codes. Yes, of course. So this is the time to recheck this. A fire in a hydroelectric station located close to unlimited quantities of water would seem to be a contradiction which has not to be accepted, but as the deadly blaze in the Sreedhar'scce power plant shows the risk is very real. However, that thing happened in a very realistic manner, so which is a contradiction happened. Next, 9 people, especially including 5 engineers, perished. What is the meaning of perished, guys? Killed accidentally, especially in the facility on the Telangana Andhra Pradesh particular border at 900 megawatt capacity. The plant on the left bank canal of Krishna is one of the biggest contributors to the Telangana State Power Generation Corporation. Another branch serves Andhra Pradesh, so which is the placement of this particular plant, hydroelectric station plant. So so plant on the left bank canal of the Krishna. What makes the accident more disturbing is that it comes as another shock in a season of disasters. However, this 2020, all the people are telling that 2020 is playing 2020 match with all the people. So in such a kind of season of disasters, this comes as another shock to all the people. Like a series, a continuous series of incidents we have been experiencing throughout the world, like that power station, this power station related, and Visakhapatnam gas leak, so many things, number of things. Recently Kerala related aeroplane related accident. So number of things are happening. It also has come as a shock to all the people in these disasters. Industries and power plants in AP, Tamil Nadu and Telangana have been racked by accidents during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, so all these power plants, industries, so these things are racked or disturbed, distracted or damaged by accidents during the COVID-19 pandemic, which we have been experiencing these days. In Sreedhar'scce, the fire appears to have started in a control panel during maintenance, especially, so according to the reports, during maintenance this fire has started. The victims were unable to make an exit through an escape tunnel and overwhelmed by smoke, while others at a different level could flee in time. So what happened actually? So in this, especially maintenance room, especially in this control panel, whenever the fire started, that smoke overwhelmed these victims, and they could not even escape through an escape tunnel. So because of this smoke, while others at different levels in that particular building, they are able to flee in time, saving their lives. Going by official accounts, according to the official accounts, the smoke made it difficult even for rescue personnel to enter the 4-storied structure. Even rescue personnel, people like employees are available. Even that smoke made these it very difficult for the rescue team even to enter into that structure. Moreover, videos made by staff present a spectacle, a display or a show of small fire rapidly engulfing the working area, trapping the personnel and leaving little room for maneuver. So actually some videos have been put in the social media, so by the staff who are present over there, that videos give us a show or display like how this small fire rapidly engulfing the entire working area, trapping these employees who are working there and leaving a little room for maneuver. Like little room means less space for maneuver, means like so many applying the strategies. Telangana has instituted a CID inquiry on this, apart from the plant operator's own probe. So, but an external technical audit with no conflicts of interest could better serve an objective. So, actually, apart from this, so some external technical audit also has to be done with a it can serve the exact objective which we think of, identifying lacunae, that means gaps, to stop a future catastrophe. Like to analyze it cleanly may stop a future catastrophe in the same place. It can determine why the victims could not make a. So the thing which we need to know immediately is, so why these victims could not make a safe exit as per the standard procedure. These things have to be known, especially that can be done by this technical audit, especially external technical audit. So large hydroelectric power plants are usually built well below surface level, where generation, control and transmission equipment are located. So usually these power plants are usually built below the surface level, where these equipment are located. Handling a fire becomes, especially in such circumstances, becomes complicated, and safety features have to be extremely reliable. That means, So that is a very complicated task in that particularly below surface level kind of things. So there completely reliable things or safety features. Okay, IEEE standards for substation fire protection issued a quarter century ago, 25 years back, lay down norms for fixed and portable ventilation systems that can remove heavy smoke as seen in Sreedhar'scce. So however, so 25 years back dated, so this IEEE standards even issued the standards for substation fire protection, particularly this ventilation systems related were seen in this Sreedhar'scce related. Use of fire retardant materials in construction, dual exits, easy vertical escape routes, using staircases and alarm systems are all part of safety codes. However, so fire retardant means the materials which reduce or stop, which slow down this fire in that things have to be used in construction. Dual exits must be placed and easy vertical escape routes using staircases, alarm systems, all these are part of safety codes. Whether these features were available in this Telangana power plant, and if they were, why the personnel could not use them to quickly escape the inferno should be investigated. If all these things are present or not, so that thing has to be investigated properly, and they should be presented in front of all of us. So if they are present, why this personnel, that means employees working there, could not escape them quickly to escape this inferno? What is the meaning of inferno guys? So it's hell, like a heavily burning thing. Okay, the dam fire is primarily the state government's responsibility, however, but the center should take the opportunity to review safety in such places such as Jharkhand, where extensive underground coalfield fires have affected remote communities. So, however, this is the responsibility of the state, but the center also has looked into this. Take it as an opportunity to review the safety of the places like Jharkhand, where extensive underground coalfield fires have affected number of remote communities. India loses many lives to fires each year at 12,748 accidental deaths in 2018, nearly double the number caused by forces of nature. So, however, so nature caused deaths is like half of these accidental deaths were compared to in 2018. That means, so these things should be stopped by human beings, right? So force of nature related catastrophes can't be stopped by human beings, however, but at least the accidental deaths can be reduced by the people by taking safety measures according to NCRB data. Only a rigorous, strict adherence to safety codes can reduce this shocking toll. So it's really shame on the part of us, like accidental deaths are more compared to this force of nature deaths. So these things have to be reviewed properly, and these safety codes have to be improved to an extent that no life has to be lost. So there we end this editorial, guys. Let's get to the test of the day. Today's test of the day is like they give a word, so how they use that word in the sentences. They gave 3 statements even. So where that word is used in a grammatically and contextually correct manner. So first of all, know the parts of speech. Carnage is noun. Carnage is noun. Carnage means slaughter. Slaughter means like killing a lot number of beings at one time. Slaughter. Ucha kota in Telugu. Here it is used in adjective sense, which is wrong. The plus noun accepted. The plus noun accepted. 2 and 3 are accepted grammatically. Contextually, let's see. The SIT was formed. Second one I am seeing. First one was completely eliminated. The SIT was formed to examine the record in 186 cases related to the carnage that took place in the aftermath of assassination. So assassination means political murder. So that means killing related. Some of the gurudwaras in Delhi have pictures of the victims of the carnage. Victims. So that means killing related. So that's why the answer is 2 and 3. Next question. Glimmer. A faint light wavering. Faint light wavering can be used in noun sense and can be used in verb sense also. However, So a glimmer of hope, a faint light of hope can be used in noun sense. Then glimmer, so used in V1 sense, so that means V1 form, which is eliminated. The cell theory says that cells are basic unit of glimmer. So here it's not about cells, because glimmer is about light. So that's why answer is only 1. So grammatically it's accepted, but contextually it's eliminated. Grammatically it's eliminated. So grammatically and contextually it's accepted. That's why, excuse me, that's why the answer is 1. Right, next question. Instigate is V1. Parts of speech of instigate is V1. Incite or provoke, especially to make something bad. 2 plus V1 accepted. The instigate is the plus noun, it's not accepted. To instigate V1 accepted. So 1 and 3 are accepted grammatically. Contextually, they want to instigate more recycling as well as reduction and reusing while offsetting the carbon footprint. So incite, to provoke. Separatist terrorists of Pakistan army made attempts on social media to instigate people. Incite, yes, obviously 1 and 3 is the answer. Next, let's get to the next question. Scrutinize, examine something very carefully, very thoroughly. Actually, scrutinize is V1, not used in a particular perfect sense. And scrutinize of, so noun of noun case, that means it's not used in noun sense. So scrutinize is V1. Next, the scrutinizing of oxygen. So oxygen, what is the scrutinizing of oxygen? Meaningless. Next, R plus V4. V4 accepted after R. Scrutinizing buildings as a major source of pollution, like so inspecting or examining. So answer is only 3, grammatically meaningfully. Next and the last question of the day, scuttle. Scuttle means to escape or run away with short steps, hurried steps. So actually it's V1. Scuttled is scuttle of the V2 and V3 forms. The scuttle, the plus noun, not accepted. To scuttle, accepted. The scuttle, not accepted. The management defer the payment deliberately to scuttle the strike, to escape the strike. Answer is only 2. I hope you got the class, you enjoyed watching the class. So the same, so many are yet to come. Subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, and last but not the least, like. Thank you.